This is Gilbert Morosi, and I'm sitting in my office. And what I want to talk to you, gentlemen, folks, about is what is the problem, with the district attorney Jeff Rosen and his staff. Now, I already did a video of the background of what happened, with Twin Creeks, and now what we're talking about is after I found out, that there was a scam, by open space and the county to essentially steal my property of Twin Creeks, which I bought for $5 million, and they did, and I talked about it, like in another video, and so I'm going to keep going. This is what happened after that. Now, I got scammed by open space, like I said, and the county. And then what I did is that on right around 2019, 2020, I found out something about what happened. The fact, that this was this was fraud, and the fact is that Minkel sold me a property which was essentially illegal. Well, let me kind of qualify that. It wasn't quite illegal, because Twin Creeks, the property I bought for $5 million, was founded back in 1923, so it was legal, non-conforming, and therefore, there shouldn't have been any problems, which actually happened. But what happened is that, to make a long story short, which I talked about, is that in 2017, the county, after a fire, that happened in 2016 in November, where which essentially polluted the water system, my well. Then what happened is that I got sued by the county right around March. Not only did I get sued, but they went ahead and they posted signs at Twin Creeks. Twin Creeks is a property, was with 40 cabins and 40 families living there, and they posted signs, and they did such an unbelievable, stressful attack on Twin Creeks, myself and the tenants over there, that I essentially closed it down, and I lost the property. And then I tried to collect, with Fidelity title, who had given me title, for this property, and I found out, that apparently, like it was supposedly, an illegal property. But anyway, this thing, just kind of dragged along until like about 2020. 2020 on May, I had an attorney, lady attorney, who investigated this case, and in investigating it, I found out that apparently when there's a fraud, essentially, that the disclosure, there was fraud in the disclosure, because the disclosure, did not mention anything about a water permit. And the water permit was necessary to run the well. Well, guess what? And also, there was a spring in there that they quoted, as being a backup, for the well. And the spring was not allowed. So that's a double whammy. And what it is that, in May of 2020, I found out that if a seller sells you a property, and essentially, in the disclosure, there is fraud involved, well, then the sale is null and void. And therefore, what happened is that, when the county sued me, well, they couldn't sue me, because I was not the legal owner. All right, so to make a long story short, I went and I sent registered emails to the folks that sued me, Shannon Mendoza and prosecutor James Williams, and I told him, okay, you guys screwed up. You should not have sued me because I was not legal owner. And what happened? Nothing. Okay, so then I just decided, well, I was going to go ahead and, file with the office of the Santa Clara County District Attorney, Rosen, Jeff Rosen. So I filed against those two folks, Shannon Mendoza and Williams. And what happened? Nothing. And I kept on harping on DA Jeff Rosen. I mean, what the hell's going on? I mean, you gotta prosecute these people, okay? Because they, it was illegal. It was unlawful. What they did. It was a gross miscarriage of justice. Not only that, but I mean, it was a conspiracy to essentially steal my property from me. And what happened? Nothing. So then I decided, what the heck, I filed a bar complaint, a California bar complaint, with Jeff Rosen, and then I switched it over to I switched it over, to Jay Boyarsky, who's his second in command. For him to go ahead and, sue those folks, Shannon Mendoza and James Williams. And also the bank, Trico, and Fidelity Title and Jack Minkel, who, the bank, who made the loan, which was a fraudulent loan. So, Rosen, didn't do a damn thing. Well, so happens that the fact is that they have to, when someone, from the public, files, they have to, by law, this is due process, they have to investigate. They got to send a letter to the accused, and the accused, disputes it, and so on and so forth. There's a procedure. You don't get ignored. If you get ignored, well, that means that Mr. Rosen was bribed by Shannon Mendoza and James R. Williams, the prosecutors, for the county of Santa Clara, and Trico and Fidelity and Jack Minkel. Okay, so then I kept on going, and I went to like about three more assistant district attorneys. Altogether, we're talking about 16 district attorneys, and every one of them, ignored me. They stonewalled me. So, what does that mean, for District Attorney Jeff Rosen? It means the following. I have it written down. I'm looking at it, like in my computer. What we got? We got grand theft of $5 million. Rosen bribed the California bar to exonerate him. Rosen bribed by Trico Bank, Fidelity Title, Jack Minkel to ignore my criminal complaints against him. Rosen obstructed justice by not filing the case against the defendants. Rosen denied me due process by stonewalling me. Rosen ordered his DAs to ignore my complaints. What do we got? The sum total of jail time for Rosen would be easily 15 years. But thanks to the press and the California bar, he has immunity. Now I ask you, journalist, is this fair? Why have you done nothing about it? Okay, that concludes, the part about Rosen. All right, thank you very much.